I mean, let's go. Let's jump into Sonic then.
Yeah.
Um, I loved it. I really did. My kid had a great time. She loved it too. Um, yeah. I know that Jim Carrey literally carries the movie, right? Uh, to some extent, because he's great. Like, he's great, and when he doubles up, he's even better. Like that. The movie, I think it's pretty solid. Like, it's pretty solid. Like, beginning, right? But when Grandpa Robotnik shows up, bro, like, it takes off. Like, forget about it. It's so good and freaking hilarious. And I've seen some commentary out there about someone that's particularly sour with this movie, and it's pathetic.
Mm, mm,
It is
yeah.
because you're calling yourself a man's man, and you're freaking come on, great. So, um, I loved it, man. I like what they did with Shadow. They just didn't just toss him in there. You got the backstory. The way it was done, it didn't take a lot of time. It was straight to the point. This is what happened with Shadow. Blah, 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 you're giving me the flashback beats and move on, right? They did a really good job with that. I wanted more Sonic Adventure 2 music, and we only got
Mm,
a couple of bits of it, and it's fine, right? It's definitely great. But I thought they could have, not they could have, but they should have just give the fans what they wanted, right? Overall, I had a great time. Um, it's the best out of the three.
mhm.
They got those movies are the rare case of movies in a franchise, because Sonic is a franchise, that they got progressively better. Like, two is better than one, three is better than two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of those rare cases when something like this happens, and it's special, and I couldn't be happier than it happened to Sonic, and beloved character. So, yeah, man, all positives. Again, they could have done more with I don't want to say so. Like, a lot of people are not gonna get it, but this movie is like full of like Easter eggs and callbacks and little things that, if you played the games, right? Uh if you played Sonic 3 and you played Sonic CD, especially at the end, right? And you played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, you're gonna get a lot of those, a lot of the Easter eggs and a lot of the little quips here and there. Um, man, they care. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
the director cares, and I heard the director was actually worked on Shadow the Hedgehog on the game back when it came out on PS2 GameCube. I think he was like he worked during he was like a cutscene producer or something back then, for Sega. So, the dude loves Sonic, and you can tell, like, this is definitely something that, uh, and a project that it's carried not only by Jim Carrey, but by the love that the filmmakers had for the project. And yeah, man, it's special. Like, it's special again in the sense that it's probably the best video game movie. Like, you're thinking back, right? The OG Mortal Kombat, and there's a couple of movies here and there that are video game movies that are very good. This is, yeah, to me, this is the
You,
the
you think it's
best
better than
video
Super
game.
Mario Brothers?
I think it's better than Mario.
Okay.
I think it's better than Mario. I think it's better than Mario, because Mario needed that extra 15 minutes. Like,
Mm,
Mario was
mm.
like an hour and 28 minutes. It needed that extra, like up to like an hour 45, just to give us a bit more, right? I liked it better than Mario.
Mm.
So I think I think it is better. They're two very different movies, right? Don't get me
Oh
wrong,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
They could have very well done the Sonic movie in the style of the Mario movie, and I think that could have worked too. Um, and something tells me that may be where they're going right now, in the fourth one's confirmed. Um, and they could very well be moving in that direction, but I don't know, man. Just grounding, just setting a movie. A movie has a lot of man. I can keep going. I can keep going, dude. I loved it. So go ahead.
No, I love everything you're saying, and I really wanted to hear, all of your thoughts and feelings because I know how special Sonic is to you as a character in the games, and so hearing your feelings towards it is awesome. Yeah, I have zero complaints with the movie. I think that it's exactly what it's supposed to be. I don't think they sold us anything different than what we actually got.
100%.
Like you knew going into it, it's going to be a fun action adventure, and Jim Carrey's going to be Jim Carrey and be goofy and silly, and like it doesn't take itself too seriously, and like, but at the same time, this one gets a lot more serious than the other
And the other
films
ones, yeah.
do.
Yep.
I mean, like, just without trying to spoil too much for people, I think it may be in the trailers too. But like Shadow, I love Shadow. Love how they use them. He has a gun. Like he's on a motorcycle with a gun, bro.
Like in the game.
Like like the game, like the game.
Like the Shadow game.
And like people will be like, "This is a kids movie," and he's shooting at him. Like, bro, that's how it's supposed to be. And I like that whole sequence in general, just of him on the bike and then Sonic just chasing him.
Yeah.
So good. That was hype, bro. That was amazing. There's just some really great moments overall in this movie. I highly recommend for people to watch. Like I think like you're saying, it's one of the most complete trilogies I've ever seen. I wouldn't say, oh, don't watch one, but don't watch two, but then watch three or something. Like you have to watch all of it. I watched Knuckles. I was in order. Like I watched Knuckles like on Paramount Plus. Even that ties into like very small, but like with the Emerald and like whether like that there's a tie-in from that series just for like a quick moment. I think it's fun. I think that's nice. I think that's a great way to not not limit themselves and clearly have room for growth with this franchise and have more spin-offs coming down the way. Like yeah, Sonic 4 is coming, and that post-credit scene, awesome. Yeah, I there's more. I hope that they do that. They don't even have to call it Sonic 4 necessarily. They could just call it something, you can have your Sonic and Friends. Like you can have these different whatever. Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, just going back to the not going to spoil the end credit sequence.
Yeah.
I think that they were smart by not giving us more than what they promised to give us.
Correct.
Because if you they were smart because now they have more, right? There's at least 4 more characters. I guess 3 more if you take out the introduction of this character in in the sequence. So they got plenty to cook. How do you feel, sir, about the rumors, speculation, people out there on the internets saying that that Disney is paying attention and they want some of that Sonic money?
So I had.
What have I been saying for the last 3-4 years, bro?
That is literally the knee-jerk reaction that I had when I heard this, because a family member of mine actually mentioned it to me and shared it with me over the holiday stretch and showed it to me, and I was like, this seems legit. And my instant reaction was, oh my goodness, this is something Obed's been saying for so long. So you've been saying in the sense that like it just makes sense. And it seems like there's definitely been some exploratory talks. Like I don't know this as a fact.
Do we have a mole in the audience? If you're not an AI, click on the picture or hit subscribe if you're not an AI. There you go.
Put 2 winking emojis in the comment section. But yeah, like literally you've been saying that it makes the most sense. I think for there to be rumors from places that I think there's something there. Like I strongly believe that must mean that there's been a phone call at least.
Yeah.
There's been at least a phone call, at least a meeting. Because nothing is done until it's done, but there's something there.
The thing out there is like, oh, Disney wants to buy Sonic. No, Disney's not going to buy Sonic. Because Disney's not going to buy Sega, right? That's the thing, right? But again, and I left a comment in a video that I saw, and it was like, oh yeah, so like they were looking to do this. I was like, and I left a comment. I was like, well, I don't think Disney is going to buy Sonic, but there could very well be a partnership,
Yeah.
and there's historic precedence for Sega and Disney having partnerships in the past, and yeah, there's the possibility the possibility of Disney entering a deal with Sega to license Sonic in any way, for whether it be park meet and greets section whatever,
Okay.
is
Yeah.
not it's not zero.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's
Right.
my and I've been I mean I don't not that I've been saying that for a long time. I've been advocating for Disney to go out and try to fish some of these properties that are high value properties that they could easily integrate in their parks. And they keep bringing back Toy Story, and they keep bringing back the thing, and then
Yeah.
you know, and Monster Inc. I gotta be honest with you, like Monster Inc. was great. I don't care about Monster Inc. I don't care about Disney villains. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like Disney, like super fans, yeah, sure, right. Now that said, it's unfortunate that the Muppets, I guess we can talk about this because we didn't talk about it last time, but Muppets is confirmed to be going away from Hollywood Studios, and then they're going to be taking over Rock and Roller Coaster. I think that's an okay move, right? But bro, do you take it? You should have taken Rock. How many times have I said this, Joe? It's like you could have taken Rock and Roller Coaster and make it a Sonic coaster with freaking Live and Learn playing while you loop around rings and go through portal. Bro, are you serious? And it's so easy, right? And I'm gonna say um during my I guess holiday, like, one of those days that I was laying in bed for the holidays because I hurt my back and I
Uh,
was in bed for 2 days.
yeah.
um so I found this video, right, about Tokyo Disney and how they operate, right? And well, they're not owned by Disney, but Disney controls the IPs and the rights, and Disney Imagineers are um 100% involved with the rights that happen in that park. So I found a video, Joe. I can't remember exactly who it's from, right? And I found this fascinating, that the company that owns Tokyo Disney, Oriental Trading Company or whatever it's called, right? Um, that company goes to the Imagineers and tells Disney Imagineers, "Hey, um, can you make a ride about this character? Can you make a Frozen ride, right?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, sure. Okay, Imagineers, here's $100 million. Do the ride, right?" And the Imagineers do the ride. Um, the parks here go, "Hey, let's say Bob, not let's say not Bob, but let's say Josh goes and says, 'Hey, I want this villain's coaster. Here's $100 million.' Oh, okay. We're gonna go ahead and focus group it, and then, oh, hey, next people that are gonna tackle the project. Here's $80 million for the project. Oh, hey, people that are planning this other thing. Here's $60 million for the project, and then, oh yeah, we got to put it through one more focus group. Okay, it's done. Hey, Imagineers, here's $50 million for the project. It's bureaucracy. It's well, hey, you know what? I'm not going in. It's company. That's company politics, and you know. But at the same time, right? It shows to you that Imagineering is committed to making things happen and making things great. Unfortunately, there's too many obstacles in the way. And yeah, man, they got space at Epcot that they could very well use for Sonic Land or whatever the heck they want to call it if they wanted to, right? So yeah, again, it's less than zero. It could happen. They could announce it at D23 next year.
Yeah,
It's one of those
I agree.
things. So, but I really love the movie. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it again. I really do want to watch it again. So, for sure.